Chapter 8, Building Powerful Habits, the 1% Rule. Tiny improvements, massive transformation. We love to picture change as something dramatic, a breakthrough, a revolution, a comeback story. But here's what my experience, and the experience of countless people I've guided through transformation, has taught me. Real change is not a revolution, it's an evolution. And that evolution happens daily, just by 1%. Why big goals often fail? Because we want everything, and we want it now. We tell ourselves, starting Monday, I'll become a new person. I'll run 10K every day. I'll eat clean, meditate for 30 minutes, journal, and go to bed at 9. 3 days later, exhaustion, guilt, collapse. Not because you're lazy, but because you didn't shift, you attacked yourself. And the brain doesn't like shocks. It resists. It rebels. It retreats into familiar chaos, the power of small shifts. Let's imagine this. You get 1% better every day. Sounds like nothing? But over a year, that compounds into being 37 times better than you started. That's the power of compound growth, the snowball effect, the invisible momentum behind real, lasting change. A personal example. At one point, I decided to change my mornings. Not all at once. Just one tiny shift. I started each day with a glass of water. It took 20 seconds. Within a week, I added breathing exercises, then light stretching, then 5 minutes of meditation. 3 months later, my mornings became the most powerful part of my day, and it all began with a single glass of water. How to apply the 1% Rule 1. Choose one micro action, not read 50 books. Just read 1 page per day. 2. Attach it to an existing routine. After brushing your teeth, stretch for 1 minute. After coffee, write down one thought. 3. Track progress. Even if it's a single dot in your journal, it tells your brain, I'm moving. 4. Act without waiting for inspiration. Discipline beats motivation. One small step isn't heroic, but it's a promise. And promises build identity. Small habits build great people. When I think of powerful people, I don't picture grand gestures. I picture quiet strength. Someone who builds an inner core through small wins, every day. You don't become a new version of yourself after one deep night of reflection. You become it by walking a small step, consistently, in the right direction. To summarize, reinvention isn't a switch, it's a system. And if today, right now, you take even one micro step, drink a glass of water, wake up 10 minutes earlier, say thank you to yourself, you're already on the path. 1% a day is the new heroic strategy. Quiet, consistent, unstoppable. Creating daily rituals and routines. Transforming yourself isn't about superhuman effort, it's about structure. The most lasting change doesn't come from motivation, it comes from systems. In the last chapter, we talked about the power of tiny steps, but even the smallest step needs rhythm. It needs its place in your life's choreography. That's why now we're talking about rituals and daily routines, because without them, your transformation is like a ship without navigation. Routines aren't restriction, they're freedom. So many people resist routine, thinking it limits freedom. I used to think the same. Until I realized this truth, routine creates freedom by removing the burden of constant decision-making. When you have structure, your energy isn't wasted on small choices. You can use it to grow, to focus, to rise. What is a ritual? A ritual is more than just an action. It's a signal to the brain. Something meaningful is starting. It can be listening to a certain song before work, writing down one thought in the morning, a 3-minute meditation before bed. A ritual creates a state, and state is the soil from which action grows. Without the right state, your actions become robotic. With the right state, your actions gain meaning. My personal morning ritual. I don't wake up like in the movies, eyes sparkling, thinking, let's change the world. But I have a ritual. I wake up, drink a glass of warm water, take 3 deep breaths, stretch, and say to myself, today is another chance to act as my true self. It takes just a few minutes, but afterward my mind clicks into a different gear. Because I'm not just getting up, I'm initiating a new day on my terms. How to build an effective routine. 1. Start with a wake-up ritual. Don't reach for your phone. Start with breath, water, a movement, a moment of focus. 2. Block your energy zones. Everyone has peak productivity hours. For some, it's mornings. For others, it's late at night. Use them strategically. 3. Plan not just action, but recovery. No reset is complete without rest. Without pauses, burnout follows. 4. End the day with a ritual. Try this. 3 things you're grateful for. 1. Lesson learned. One intention for tomorrow. Your day shapes you, not your dreams, not your fears, but your typical day. That's why designing your daily rhythm matters. So it works for you, not against you. To sum it up, there's nothing magical about successful people. Just a set of intentional, repeatable actions that turn into a personal legend over time. Rituals are the password to your potential. Routines are the map to your highest self. Breaking bad habits and overcoming procrastination. If we don't consciously choose our habits, they'll choose us, and often not for the better. Earlier, we explored how to build new, empowering habits. But what about the ones holding you back? How do you break free from patterns that no longer serve you, that sabotage your progress? This chapter goes beyond willpower or moral lectures. We dive into neuroscience, real-life strategies, and my own personal journey. A bad habit isn't a flaw, it's an unmet need. I spent years blaming myself. Why do I keep avoiding the important stuff? Why do I keep escaping into my phone instead of taking action? Why do I repeat things I know hurt me? Then it clicked. A bad habit is just the brain's way of giving you quick relief when you're scared, tired, or emotionally overwhelmed. Procrastination isn't laziness. It's the desire to avoid emotional discomfort. We don't delay tasks because they're hard. We delay them because they make us feel anxious, uncertain, or exposed. The habit loop. How it works. Every habit follows the same loop. 1. Trigger. Something sets it off. An emotion, a place, a person. 2. Routine. The action you repeat. 3. Reward. The relief or escape you feel. To break the loop, you don't need to destroy it. You just need to change one piece. The most effective? Swap the routine for something healthier, but equally rewarding. My personal method for beating procrastination. When I catch myself procrastinating, I pause and say, I'm not avoiding this because I don't care. I'm avoiding it because part of me is afraid to start. Then I give myself permission to do just 2 minutes. That's it. And here's the truth. 90% of the time, I keep going because starting is the hardest part. Once you're in motion, momentum takes over. 5 principles that actually work. 1. Replace. Don't erase. Don't try to destroy a bad habit. Replace it with a better one that gives you a similar reward. 2. Avoid the trigger. If you binge junk food, don't keep it in the house. If you escape into social media, remove the app from your home screen. Minimize decisions. Many bad habits arise from a tired brain craving ease. Prepare simple, healthy choices in advance. 4. Don't beat yourself up. Messing up once isn't failure. Giving up is. Forgive yourself and keep going. 5. Visualize the future. Imagine yourself 5 years from now with the habit. Now imagine yourself free from it. That image changes everything. You are stronger than any habit. I know what it's like to feel stuck, like procrastination has become part of who you are. But here's the truth. It's just a pattern, just a neural groove, and it can be rewired. You are not your habit. You are not your past missteps. You are the architect of new behaviors. To sum it up, breaking bad habits isn't a battle against yourself. It's an act of love for yourself. It's when you say, I deserve better, and I'm ready to create better, day by day.